For somebody who hasn't even thought about, trying to go down that realm, I mean, they're beginning to make a good bit of money in their business. They're maybe thinking about retiring or having an exit plan in 10, 15 years off, but it's just somewhat foreign to them, just getting into that whole wealth management. What would be perhaps the initial steps that we'd have to start thinking about that?
The first thing that I think we all need to know in any part in our life is, where are we? Where are we now, and what do we need to do next? And so one thing I would say, with all the entrepreneurs I've met over the last 26 years, they usually fall into one or more of these characters. So the first is the ostrich. And if you're the ostrich, you would say things like, you know what, I don't have time to deal with all the wealth planning stuff. I'm just building my business, making money, taking care of my family, living my life. And it's easy to be the ostrich, but the results are almost always poor. The next is the juggler. That's the entrepreneur that's trying to manage all of these things in the areas of tax, legal, insurance, and investment on his or her own. And if you're the juggler, it's hard, and you know that there's probably balls that are dropping and things that are not being paid attention to, and the results are almost always poor there too. The next level is really what we call the air traffic controller. And this is the entrepreneur, business owner who really has excellent professionals in the areas of tax, legal, insurance, and investment. And you can get excellent results being the air traffic controller. But if you're the air traffic controller, you're managing those professionals in that team. And it takes a lot of time and energy and work to make sure that those professionals have your back and are being held accountable and are delivering on their promises to you. So you might be in one or more of those areas, but if you're a juggler or an ostrich, the next step is to move to the air traffic controller. And ultimately, you want to move to that virtual family office structure where you have someone else who's running that team, a firm that's used to running the attorneys and accountants and all those folks for you. Doesn't mean you need to fire anyone on your team. It just means someone other than you should be managing that team, because you're probably not speaking the languages of tax, legal, insurance, and investment. You're probably not an expert in those areas, and you probably haven't built a team like that before.